G'day, a big g'day and welcome. My name's Sandie Stargazer from PTV Australia, and I'm here today to do your September babies update for the month of April. So if you're born in September, then this reading is for you. So we're looking at our Virgos and we're looking at our Librans as well. But if you don't believe in astrology, that's just fine. You don't have to believe in astrology to get anything out of this reading, as it's based on the month that you're born, and numerology as well. We also use cards, the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. So before we start, I just wanted to say thank you for all your support. If you do like this video, please press like, share and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll actually be able to type in a question and I will answer it for you. So if you subscribe to the channel, you will receive notifications of when I'm online, and you can ask me questions and I will happily answer them for you. So it's going to be a big month for our September babies. The overall vibrations are 1. Now, to me, when I look at your numbers, I'm seeing 9, which is September, 4, which is April, 20 plus 22, which is 9424, which we then break down to 13 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6 is 10, which is 1. But to me, it's very much about you're focusing on your family, you're focusing on your stability, and you're front and center in everything that's happening. So to me, sometimes it does represent a new beginning, but when I look at the other numbers that are happening in your chart for April, I don't feel like you have a new beginning happening. I just feel like you're front and center and you're really taking on a leadership role. You're being either the parent or the manager or the business owner, and you're really taking the lead when it comes to what's happening around you. Your other number, which is 4, that is to do with organizing your mind. It's a number for balance as well, which you've got the 2 there as well. And you've got actually 3 2s because 2022 is 3 2s. But you've got the 2 from the month, from the year. 2. We break it down as 9, 4, 20. Forget the 0, that's 2, and 2 and 2 is 4. So when I first broke it down, it was 9, 4, 2, 4. So maybe that means something to some of you. 9, 4, 2, 4. 9 is wishes coming true, fulfillment. 4 is being grounded, the pillars of society, the 4 directions, the 4 elements. 2 is partnership, and 4 again. So it's a double 4. Now 4 is the angelic number. So to me, I feel like a lot of you have been experiencing really good time, a lot of stability. When I add the 9 and the 4 together again, I get 13, which is about relationships and partnerships and motherhood. So this reading will speak to a lot of the mothers out there that are listening. 3 and 1 is 4. So once again, that's grounded energy, writing, law, order, contracts. 6, which is family and finance, and you add the 6 and the 4 together and you get 10. Drop the 0, you get 1, so you're front and center. So that's how I work it out. It's I sort of explain that a little bit roundabout kind of way, but yeah. So the numbers that I'm seeing for you, I'm feeling that you're very much front and center and you're really grounded and earthed into being that leader within your business, number 1, but also at home when it comes to your children as well. Some of you perhaps could be having a child this month. It's good. Some of you may be giving birth this month, you've been pregnant for 9 months, and so you'll be bringing in a little baby. Some of you will be, and the 4 is the Emperor. My guides are giving me a bit of a nudge in the side here, saying, "Hey, wait a minute, the 4 is the Emperor." So yeah, some of you in the major arcana will be focusing on your Emperor as well, or maybe you're an Emperor out there and you're listening to this reading. So you'll gain something out of it as well. Just remember, it is general in nature, so it may or may not resonate with a lot of you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Just take on board throwing them on the floor, what does resonate, and leave the rest behind. And they're throwing out the 9. They threw out the 9 just then as well. So that's wishes coming true. So some of you will be meeting your emperor. How cool is that? Some of you will be living like an emperor. That's cool too. And that will be happening in April. Okay. So I'm just going to start off with a Reiki chant. It's a chant that I use to connect with you via a distance. So uncross your legs, uncross your arms, close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Chokeray, chokeray, chokeray. Say hey key, say hey key, say hey key. Chokeray, chokeray, chokeray. Honshize shonen, honshize shonen, honshize shonen. Chokeray, chokeray, chokeray. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to ask goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. Please have 4 cards for our September babies regarding, there they are, regarding April 2022. Once again, they're all over the floor. Excuse me, we're going to have to start that again. My angels all over the floor. These things happen. It's all right. I won't start the video again. I'll let you see what I have to put up with. All right, there's 4 cards. Some people would edit that out. I'm not going to bother. Let's be real about it. We drop cards on the floor. It happens. Okay. Right, so week 1. We're looking at the 5th day. This could be a card which represents competition, arguments, struggles, petty fights, bickering, conflicting with others, competing goals, bothersome details. So maybe you're having to look after all of the details that are happening within your business in week 1 of April. I do apologize that I've got this reading out late, but yeah, unfortunately, because of circumstances, I had no other choice. But yeah, in your first week of April, so it's the 3rd today when I'm doing this reading. In the first week of April, you may be dealing with little details to do with your businesses and challenging information that you'll be receiving spilling over into week 2. Okay, this can also represent a child, could be a male or a female, but it's a child and they're an air sign. So as we move into April, really we're looking at children being born this month being Aries and Taurus. So it won't be a child that's born this month. It may be another child around you that's either a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarian. Okay. So it's not a child being born this month because that child would either be a Aries or a Taurus. It's a child that's already around you. It can sometimes represent social media as well, working on social media, sending emails, things like that. You may find that there's delays to a plan that you've been putting ahead. Maybe there's been a lot of planning involved and details involved, and you're receiving information regarding that as well. So there's challenging information and there's delays to plans. And maybe you're receiving truth without tact as well, quite possibly. But you are being reminded to stay logical as well, which is very important. You're being reminded to stay logical. If there is a child around you, that child is very logical, honest. They can be impulsive, but they're very curious. So maybe you're receiving information to do with that child, and there's changes coming up. From week 2 into week 3, there will be changes. You've got Archangel Michael there, which is to do with protection as well. So, you know, and when I think of the Page of Air, and I think of the 5 of Fire, that could mean that there's some sort of like cyber bullying to me. some sort of cyber stuff happening, gossip, things like that, that's really happening. And it could be regarding a gentleman who is an earth sign. So he's a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. But seeing as we're looking at September, the chances are he's a Virgo. Most likely he's a Virgo. He's very generous, professional, responsible, practical, very good with his hands, very earthy energy, very prosperous, knows how to create a dollar, knows the value of things. He's very humble. He's very gentle. He can be pragmatic, but, you know, he's pretty gentle person, loves a good laugh. I also see that, you know, connected with this is that there's a successful time coming up, especially with career, because fire is to do with action, creativity, career, passions, things that get us going. And with the 5, maybe, and the page of air, maybe there's stuff going on at work for you. Maybe there's challenges going on at work and you're receiving emails and things regarding changes. And these changes may be getting made by the Virgo, you know. I also feel like you may be being called on to just be yourself. Maybe it's a time for you to go out and look for opportunities, because you really do have the Midas touch at the moment. So things that you want will be coming to you. I feel like you've got a lot of movement going on. There's events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So, and to me as well, this can sometimes mean like explosive energy, you know, coming through with this card. Some of you are thinking about giving up cigarettes as well. I see smoke in this card. I'm seeing the letters C and E come up for you. I'm also seeing the letters B and S as well. So that may be, they may be initials, B and S, that you're looking up. Someone that you know. This is a Taurus. Yeah. So there's a Taurus as well. So far we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we've got Taurus and Virgo. Possibly Capricorn, but more than likely Virgo. So it's a time to buckle down and get things done, honour your commitments. You've got a guardian angel watching over you. You are loyal, you are dedicated, you are honourable and kind, you are generous. I feel like there's a lot of growth happening for you. I feel like you need to get a lot more colour into your life, a lot more fun. I feel like there will be transformations taking place. I feel like there's a lot of activity happening, particularly at the beginning of the month. Things are moving so quickly for you there. But yeah, with the 10 in week 3, you've also got the Fool, and that's both. In week 3, you've got a major development because you've got 2 major Arcana cards there. So one's saying change and the other one's saying a new beginning or taking a leap of faith. So maybe perhaps you've been working towards starting something new or breaking out and doing something on your own, particularly since as you're in that 1 vibration, you know, for the month, and this year is a 6, which is about family business. So maybe you're thinking of starting a family business with your son or 2 of your sons. One of them's a bit young to work at the moment, but the other one is the right age to work because he's in his late teens to early 20s through to mid 20s. I sort of think of king energy as anyone over 30, as where I think of knight energy as anyone up to about really just before 30, before they hit their Saturn return, which is 29. Yeah, but this Taurus is pretty dependable. Maybe they're slow to start. They don't like to commit to things straight away. They really have to think things through before they can make a decision. goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. Can we get a confirmation? There we go. Confirmation for the King of Earth. Right. And things are happening at a great. So I'm seeing what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a man who will be connecting with this reading that is a Virgo. He's got 3 children. One of them is quite young. They're an air sign. 2 of them are around the same age. They're either teenagers or they're young adults. So they're up to their mid-20s. One of them's an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The other one's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're being warned not to rush into things too quickly. You need to take a slow and steady pace. Even though things are happening quickly at the beginning of the month, I feel like towards the end of the month, things will be slowing down, and then it will be time to act. You'll have the Midas touch at that point, and you will need to really commit to something. There may be an issue come up that needs immediate attention, and time will be of the essence, but you've got a few weeks to work it out. So we'll get some more confirmation, please, regarding what it is that the immediate event that will take place that needs attention. What is that? I'll get a few cards for that. I'll get a few cards for that. Okay. Goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. Can I please have some confirmation on what is the sudden event in week 4 of April for our Virgo masculines that we're reading for? Okay, you're going to receive a tip-off. Okay? You're going to hear some brilliant idea or something which inspires you, and you'll be seeing the truth of it. Okay? You'll be thinking, can I do this? Absolutely you can. Because you've got the Empress, which is about lavish abundance, giving birth to your dreams, nurturing yourself and others. It's about being in a state of creativity. It's about creating something of lasting significance, something of beauty. There's an inflow of emotion and passion here. There's the stag as well. Maybe that's an animal totem for you. But there's the stag, so that will be significant. You will see a stag somewhere, whether it be in a magazine, on TV. Okay. Yeah. You'll receive an idea. Someone will come to you, possibly your son who's the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, will come to you with an idea of something to do. You'll need to act on it pretty quick, though. It's one of those hunches. You'll receive this information and you'll make a hunch and you'll act on it before anyone else does. You'll invest in it before anyone else does. Just make sure you do your research. Think about what you're doing, but yeah, you will need to act quickly on it. But I'm saying that you'll be giving birth to your dreams. There's also mothers, because the 3 is the mother, and I saw that there was a 3 for you. 13, the 1 and the 3. So new beginning, and 3, which is the Empress. So some of you are giving birth to children. Perhaps if you're listening to this reading, your husband is a Virgo and you've got a young air sign and 2 older children, a earth sign and a fire sign. So we're looking at a family here. We're looking at a family. So what star sign? Oh, okay. Right. The Knight of Earth, so the young man that is a Taurus, Virgo, and a Capricorn, there's gifts of money, time, or effort and new career opportunities coming through as well. If you're a young man between the ages of 18 and 29 and you're born in September, you may gain something from this reading. You will be receiving some sort of money, whether it be gifts of time, energy, money, career opportunities. You'll be receiving loans, paying off debts, things like that. But there's definitely, you got the scales here, which is Libra as well. So when you look at that Taurus, he's got Libra as a placement, because there's scales on that card, which is symbolic of Libra. So we're looking at an earth sign. We're looking at a Virgo or a Taurus with air and fire placements as well. So make sure you get your whole birth chart and see what's in your birth chart. Let me see. The Empress is connected to the moon, so maybe your moon is in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Maybe you're a Virgo with a Sagittarian rising or ascendant, or Virgo maybe a fire, or your Venus might be in a fire sign, particularly when you get the Empress as well, because the Empress is Venus. So there's a lot of energy there with that too. So your love life may be getting spiced up, but I am seeing the birth of a child here, particularly when I see the page, 2 knights, a king and the Empress. But in your household, the woman rules the roost. She's the one in control. She's the power broker at home. She says jump and the children say how high. If you don't like it, go to your room. You're in trouble. I feel like she's very strong, very not dominant, but what she says goes. She runs a really ship-shape shop, I think. Something like that. While we're waiting for some more cards to come out, if you do like this reading, please press like, share, and subscribe. If you do that, you'll receive notifications when I'm doing these live events, and you can type in your question and I'll be able to answer them for you. So please press like, share, and subscribe. And it helps to build my page, and it enables me to do further study, metaphysical study, so that I can bring you even better readings. Okay, there's a lot of love in this family. A lot of love. All right. Lots and lots of love. You might have been weighing up decisions, but to me it feels like you've already made that decision. Sometimes when you've got the Lovers card, it means that you're facing a decision. But to me, because the energy of the one, it feels like you've already made your decision. So this is more about intimate relationships, which are a large focus for you right now. And when I think about the 4, yeah, there's the Empress, which is the mother, the father, the 2 sons, and the baby as well, which is 5. So I don't know, maybe some of you are having a pair of twins. That came up in another reading that I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe you're receiving a message. Oh, okay. So some of you are receiving a message concerning your teenager or young adult that's an earth sign, which could be to do with schooling of some sort. And I'm saying that some of you could be getting a scholarship or something, or maybe they've just been offered a new job or apprenticeship or something like that. But yeah, there's the mother, who's the empress, the king of earth, and you have 2 sons. So if that's you, this reading's for you. But you've received some sort of information. Some of you are having a baby. Yeah, so there's a lot of timelines going on. On the bottom, you've got the ACE, which is a new job. Can also be a inheritance, and it can sometimes be money coming out of the blue, like a windfall or something like that. So just be ready for anything, really. All right, so I'm just going to collect all these cards back up because they're giving me multiple timelines at the moment. And maybe perhaps, you know, there's a lot of you out there born in September with energy like a 1. It doesn't surprise me that you want to be front and center, all of you. So we'll try to get some information for as many of you as we can. That's my trusty little familiar behind me eating the seed. His name's Harry. I've had him for a few months now. He's a bundle of joy. Sometimes he puts his 2 cents worth in. Sometimes he doesn't stop talking, but I love him to bits. So if you get sick of looking at me, you can watch him in the background. Okay. Goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, Holy Spirit, spirit guides. Do you have any more information for our September babies regarding April 2022? Do you have any more information for our September babies regarding April 2022? Interesting. You're going to have a significant life event which will lead to change in your life. Okay? But you need to take the time to smell the roses. All right? You need to put yourself out there. You need to take a few risks. You need to allow yourself to transform, as shown by the butterfly. You need to spread your wings because you are going to fly. You got the ace of water, the resurgence of a relationship or a new relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So some of you will be moving. And maybe the fact that you're in a 1, which is a new beginning, and aces are symbolic of 1s, this is a big time for you to move. Maybe for some of you, considering that the cards that came out for week 1, there's a lot of bothersome details involved with that move. And it's like, oh, are we going to be able to do this? You know, maybe the truck's going to turn up late, or you think the sale of the house isn't going to go through quick enough so that you can move on, or whatever it may be. There may be details and there may be information in week 2 which is a little bit challenging and you might not be very happy. But once you get through that move, things will be working out pretty well. I'm sure we'll find. So I'll just ask goddesses, gods. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So you got unity. So you're moving into a very multicultural community. You're being surrounded by people from many different cultures, nationalities. You're being brought into institutionalized businesses, I guess you could call them. institutions, traditional institutions, not necessarily traditional churches, even though the Unity card does represent the Hierophant and the High Priest, but there's traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations seeking out mentors and like-minded friends. So there is unity. Oh, look, these two here as well. That's a marriage as well. If he represents a priest, and this is love, it can also be a baptism. Some of you might be getting baptized. Maybe some of you have been on a road for 2 years. I look at this as a timing card because it doesn't make sense in the context of the other cards that have come out. But or as a timing card, I feel like you could be moving into, you're in a 1 month now. So maybe we're looking at a 2-year cycle. Okay, and 2 is a very prominent number for you. So if we're looking at your numbers, we're really looking at 9, 4, 2, 6, 13, and 1. All right, but we're looking at a 2-year cycle. You need to really enable yourself to play a bit, have a bit of fun. Yeah, sometimes it can represent you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's true. Or you're balancing family commitments and children as well. Family commitments and work and, you know, all that sort of stuff. You know how it goes. You watch these readings. I'm not silly. You scroll the page and watch as many as you can because you want to know everything you can. We're curious creatures. We need to know. And I'm going to tell you. There you go. So you have been in 2 minds. 22 is a good number for you, okay? You've been at a bit of a stalemate up until now, but I believe that last month you made a real decision that you were going to move out of it and you were sick of robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you are going to have a significant life event take place and it's going to bring you a lot of joy and you are going to be involved in an organisation of some sort. You will be giving to those less fortunate. You also need to open your heart chakra, particularly when the ace comes out for me. You need to fill yourself up to overflowing so that your cup runneth over with love, yeah? So you need to open your heart chakra. Need to honour your commitments. Lovely 9 people. Although there may be delays or changes to plans, things will be working out for you. It's not all bad. Everything always works out in the end. No. Things don't happen to us, they happen for us. And everyone is a golden link in your chain of success. So when you start thinking that things happen for you, not to you, and you take ownership over what's happening in your mind, be it if you're having negative thoughts, you put your attention on something else and you only allow positivity to come out of your mouth, because words are magic, as I said in my last reading for our August babies. Things turn out pretty well most of the time. You know, it's not all doom and gloom. Believe me, if it was doom and gloom, I would tell you. Some people, when the life experience card comes out, which is the Tarot in the traditional deck, they go, I know my life's going to disintegrate. Oh, but it doesn't work that way. It's just a significant life event. That's all. Ego. That's the angel saying, put yourself in check. Put yourself in check. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts, but just put yourself in that golden egg You can see there's a golden egg around the man wearing the mask. Put yourself in the golden egg. Surround yourself with golden light. How do I do that? You visualize it in your mind. So I command myself to be surrounded in a golden egg, or I surround myself now in a golden egg of beautiful light. Golden light. I'm surrounded in an egg of golden light, whatever it may be. You know how this works. Right, so you're receiving brilliant new idea, which comes through one of your sons, and then you start saying that, yeah, it actually could be a very good idea. And although it had a challenging beginning, you think, yeah, okay, wow, all right. And so you act on it. Goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit, can I please have a final message for our September babies? For our September babies, please, a final message for April 2022. So yeah, don't allow fear to get in the way when you receive that idea. Allow yourself to do what you need to do, get things in place. If you're having a baby, congratulations. Try not to make an unwise choice, some of you. I don't feel you will, because I feel like you've got the Midas touch, but you are being reminded to think things through carefully. That's number 5. You need to review everyone's motives, but learn what you can from the situation as well. So lucky numbers are 9, 4, 2, 13, 5, 6, and 3. If you're going to gamble, gamble responsibly. My name's Sandie Stargazer. You can find me at Psychic TV, ptvaustralia.com.au. Scroll down to Stargazer, reader ID 9141. I'd be absolutely glad to give you a reading. I'm online from 8 p.m. till late Australian Eastern Standard Time. I also read on here, so if you subscribe to this page, you'll receive notifications. You can get free readings here. Just have to type in your question and I will answer it for you. And I'm also on Facebook as Reverend Stargazer, and I'm also on Instagram as Sandie Stargazer. So I'll leave you there. Harry says goodbye. I say goodbye. Have a wonderful month, and we will talk to you soon. Cheerio.